Good morning. Welcome to CBSBaltimore.com and First Warning Weather. Gray, damp, and, well, right now, seasonal. We're in the low to mid-60s. Your normal overnight low as we start the new day is in the mid-60s. But we're not going to go up too much higher this day. The forecast afternoon peak is 66 to 68 degrees. So it will be a gray, damp, and cool day. What we've got is high pressure up to the north and east, low pressure, which we'll talk about here in a second, down to the southeast. Between the two, we've got a real strong flow coming in off the ocean in two bays. That is a sea breeze, a bay breeze. That is low-hanging clouds, and that is shower activity. Now, what we do want to talk about, though, is down to the south, this low that has the designation right now of Invest 10L. We started talking about this yesterday, that it could get the name Irma should it go tropical. Well, right now, I can show you a path of Invest 10L. As we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, you can see the storm will be a beam of Ocean City. Right now, it's going to cross the Carolina Capes and head on out to sea, but yet may still strengthen. Now, the net result for us is going to be some increased waves, some rip currents, and we do now have a wind advisory that's going into effect for the Delmarva, Lower Delaware, and the Jersey Shore. And that's going to be because of this onshore flow, really aided by the strengthening low that will be passing, again, a beam of Ocean City directly tomorrow. Now, once we get beyond this, there's a big question mark in the forecast. I want to talk about it. High pressure wants to come in, clear things out, and give us a beautiful weekend. That indeed is going to start happening tomorrow. High pressure blending into the area Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But the big thing is the remnants of Irma. What influence will this high have on them? I mean, you can kind of see the computer painting the picture of Irma starting to blossom in a northerly direction. Will it be suppressed down to the south, or will this moisture be able to come into the area? So let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast and talk a little bit more during the 5-day. 68 degrees is going to be the high this day. Periods of rain, the heaviest, is going to be to the east, but we're not looking for flooding rains. Bit of rain during the evening hours, tapering off by bedtime, 58 your low. Now let's roll out this 5-day forecast. Next 3 days, no big deal. 78, 84, 72, bit of a temperature roller coaster. But now you're starting to get into a bit of a convoluted look here. To be quite honest about this, I think there's giant question marks because of the remnants Saturday and Sunday. I'm not too sure we can give you real accurate forecasts right now. And this is the Labor Day holiday weekend. I guess what I'm telling you is don't change any plans, but just keep your eye on the forecast. There's some wiggle room potentially in our favor. Conversely, there's some wiggle room not necessarily in our favor. Talking about Harvey, let's go down to the Gulf Coast. And what you'll notice, I think, immediately is how the rain shield is slowly starting to shift toward the east. New Orleans now really getting socked pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Houston's still in a world of hurt, but New Orleans now getting socked fairly good. And I want you to notice the movement of Harvey now out over the Gulf, maybe strengthened a little bit. Then it's heading up the Mississippi River Delta into the Tennessee Valley. And I think this is going to be the beginning of Chapter 2, and I don't think it's going to be a good chapter. I hope I'm wrong, but let me tell you why. Keep your eyes on New Orleans, Jackson, and Memphis, Tennessee. Watch the moisture shield blossom. Watch New Orleans run up to almost 18 inches. Watch Jackson get up to 11.4. Memphis, 14.5. Well, all this rain is falling. It's got to get into the Mississippi River, which takes it right into New Orleans, which itself, below sea level, is getting 17.7 inches of rain. There's a huge slug of water that's going to be headed down the Mississippi and into the Mississippi Delta. I think that could be Chapter 2 and not a good chapter at all. And I hope I'm wrong. Thanks so much for stopping by. CBSBaltimore.com and First Warning Weather.